Hey guys, this is Ricci-Lee, the dance sport dietitian of A Taste of Health, and I am coming to you this week to discuss the topic of GLP-1 agonists, which are also known as names you may have heard a little more frequently, such as Ozempic, Semaglutide, Waygovy, Mounjaro, all of those weight loss medications that have become kind of the hot topic, hot focus, and even the weight loss miracle drugs that are all being discussed very commonly and frequently in our society today. So, I want to tell you a little bit about how these medications work, as well as if you are on one of these medications, looking a little bit about what symptom management might look like if you are having side effects, as well as for people who are deciding to start these medications or are thinking about it, making sure that you are kind of going through the right process of decision making so you make sure that this is a right choice for you if you are going to take this, because this is not for everyone. It's not just something you should be grabbing because it's going to make weight loss easier. It's something that really has to be a smart decision for you, for your body, and for your mental health. So, first and foremost, I want to talk about how these medications work. So, in general, basic summary is these medications being GLP-1 receptor agonists. What that's doing is this medication is mimicking the GLP-1 hormone in our body. Basically, what that's doing in simple terms is that our blood sugar and our insulin levels are being managed more appropriately when we eat food and after we are done eating food through the digestion process. So our liver's not releasing extra glucose, our body's releasing an appropriate amount of insulin, and it's helping make sure that our body's responding appropriately, sensitively to those hormones. So essentially, that's why these medications came out originally for diabetes, and they happen to find that they also have a benefit in weight loss, so then they were further studied to be used as weight loss medications. So that's the baseline of what this medication does. Now, why we think it works well in weight loss is because it also slows down the process of digestion, your food coming from your stomach into your small intestine. And so, because of that process, a lot of the time now our appetite has decreased. Now, with a decreased appetite, we're generally going to have smaller portions, generally not going to be craving food as much throughout the course of the day. We're going to be able to moderate our intake volume, as well as, depending on the individual, maybe some of that timing if we tend to be someone that eats consistently throughout the course of the day. Now, this medication, or this section of medications, or anything that's a medication for weight loss specifically, I always have to put red flags, caveats out. If you have an eating disorder or a disordered relationship with food or your body, this decision should be made not just between you and your doctor, but also with the help of a dietitian and potentially a therapist as well, to make sure that this is something that you are equipped with both mentally and physically, and that it's the best decision for you to make with where your body and mind is at this point. Because it's not always worth it just to take a medication to see a weight-related result, because if our appetite is limited and restricted, it can cause a lot of health problems if we are not dealing with these things appropriately, and can mess with our mental health a little bit because now our body's signals are being a little bit twisted on purpose to help achieve a goal. So I always have to throw that out there. This is not for everyone. If you are someone that is relatively healthy, maybe you're just a couple pounds over what your ideal may be, sometimes we have to focus first on making sure that we are engaging in a healthy lifestyle. We are making good choices around our body, around our activity levels, around our food intake, where we have balance, moderation, we're fueling our body properly throughout the course of the day, and allowing ourselves to engage in proper social activities around food. So food can be a good, healthy part of our lifestyle. Now, if we are taking a medication like this, it is important to make sure that we don't forget to eat. So the purpose of the medication, yes, it helps us decrease our appetite and limit our portions and making sure we're not overeating. But sometimes it can lead to undereating, which is also not ideal. So I always say, if you're on a medication like this, working with a dietitian can be helpful to find out what your needs are, because this medication does work best when combined with a healthy eating lifestyle. That's how the medication works best and how it helps you to succeed in life in general. So this is from my perspective as a dietitian who has worked with clients on these medications. So this is what I have seen work best, as well as from some of the research that I've seen out there. So you want to make sure you are not just using this as a method of forgetting to eat, not eating meals, and then, eating a small dinner and calling it a day. Because we also want to make sure our body is appropriately nourished, because that's how we're going to sustain health and reach an appropriate weight loss goal while staying healthy. In addition to that, we also want to think about symptoms that we're having or side effects with medication. So if you're feeling nausea, you're experiencing vomiting, you're like any sort of digestive discomfort, some of those may be purely from the medication. Some of them are from the medication because you haven't been eating in an appropriate, balanced way. So if I haven't eaten in 7 hours, that medication may make me feel worse than I would feel if I was eating in a 3 to 5 hour time frame. And I want to make sure I'm eating balanced so that I am not putting myself in a place where my blood sugar can potentially go too low. There's a lot of things that need to be balanced to both decrease the risk of symptoms and side effects, as well as make sure the medication is not only working for weight loss, but helping you achieve your health goals. Because ultimately, weight loss is only an element to help us reach the goals of health that we're trying to achieve. Just that number on the scale is just a tiny part of it that it's not the end all be all. So if our body feels like it needs weight loss in terms of I'm experiencing health issues that are connected with the weight that I'm at and the intake level, I've tried some good balanced lifestyle and I can't get the weight off to the point where my joints feel good, my body feels good. Sometimes it's okay to use a tool like a weight loss medication. And I don't want to shame people who use those, because sometimes there is a shame level that goes along with that. So I don't want to shame people, but I also want to make sure that you make this decision wisely. And it's not something you're just using as your next diet or quick fix, but it's just a tool in order to help you get toward that healthy lifestyle of balanced, moderated, well-timed eating, as well as being able to enjoy food in a healthful way and have your body feel like it is at a place that is healthy for you. Doesn't matter what that BMI level is, but what that is as a healthful range for you. So I hope that gives you some insight. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer more questions, because this is a topic, as you can see, I went on for a while. This is a topic I could talk about quite a bit. So I'm here to support you if you are on this medication, if you are someone that is thinking about taking this medication and isn't sure if it's the right option for you. I can guide you in combination with your doctor to make sure that you're doing what is best for you and your health. Obviously, I cannot prescribe, I cannot make the decision for you in terms of making these medications. I will leave that between you and your doctor, but I can definitely support you in the process to make sure you have the best experience possible, either without the medication or with the medication, to reach your health goals. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, and let me know if you have questions.